Welcome to True Talk Radio, your home for facts, fairness, and fearless conversations about saloon economy.
We're not just any radio. We're an economic governance radio station where they break down big decisions, policies, and budget in a way where go make sense to you.
For our flagship Sunday show, We Economy, we bring you the real bread and butter issues where they around prices, jobs, taxes, and how policies they affect unu pockets. We also get more programs where they come every week. So join me now on 98.5 FM and online at True Talk FM. This is the platform, your economy and your voice on True Talk Radio. Get the facts, get True Talk. Welcome to True Talk Radio, your home for facts, fairness, and fearless conversations about saloon economy.
We're not just any radio. We're an economic governance radio station where they break down big decisions, policies, and budget in a way where go make sense to you.
For our flagship Sunday show, We Economy, we bring you the real bread and butter issues where they around prices, jobs, taxes, and how policies they affect unu pockets. We also get more programs where they come every week. So join me now on 98.5 FM and online at True Talk FM. This is the platform, your economy and your voice on True Talk Radio. Get the facts, get True Talk.
Business not for just make money. Now the engine where they push the economy go before. From that businessman who will make them for sales to that entrepreneur where they do massive innovation where they shape the country in future. Kushe and Kabo now the big market. Also where they talk about business and how for make business go and change real life. Every week we get for they talk about the things that where they happen at the market, things that like waiting government they do and how in they affect price, profits and other things there and we own safe life. Small business or big business or manufacturer or investor or farmer or all get for the inside the big market talk. So sit down, open ears, listen and join we participate every Tuesday 5 p.m. na True Talk Radio 98.5 FM. Also with the build strong business for strong country.
Good evening and welcome to another edition of The Well, where they come to you on True Talk Radio 98.5 FM and also they get to be on Facebook page True Talk FM. Where they bring the program today now Ishmael Saidu Kano. Well, today we have to talk about the Legislative Committee, waiting at them work, where it campaign bills or laws, waiting at them role within they play. We get the chairman with we in the studio for all we can talk about that day. So now go maybe stay with me for the next 1 hour. As today, we can talk about that particular topic day.
Business not for just make money. Now the engine where they push the economy go before. From that businessman who will make them for sales to that entrepreneur where they do massive innovation where they shape the country in future. Kushe and Kabo now the big market. Also where they talk about business and how for make business go and change real life. Every week we get for they talk about the things that where they happen at the market, things that like waiting government they do and how in they affect price, profits and other things there and we own safe life. Small business or big business or manufacturer or investor or farmer or all get for the inside the big market talk. So sit down, open ears, listen and join we participate every Tuesday 5 p.m. na True Talk Radio 98.5 FM. Also with they build strong business for strong country.
Welcome back to The Well, where they come to you on True Talk Radio 98.5 FM. As I tell Namina Ishmael Saidu Kanu. Well, I get Honorable Abdul Mari Conte when I'm the chairman Legislative Committee, Sierra Leone House of Parliament. Welcome to the program, Honorable. So, Honorable, how do you recess they go?
Well, small. I'm still busy in between, but push it.
Yes, so you get a very busy committee, a very busy one, because, in fact, one of the key functions of Parliament, or the main function for make laws, and that committee gets a great role on the play. we campa lawmaking, you know. But firstly, generally, what's on a mandate?
Well, thank you very much. The Legislative Committee na part of the standing committees of Parliament, where the Constitution make provision for. You look now, subsection 1 of section 93 of the Constitution, they talk about the standing committees them.
Okay.
You know, so it talks a Parliament get standing committees them, then of course Parliament also get right for set up some other committees them, you understand, as Parliament deemed necessary. So the Legislative Committee, if you even look at the Constitution, in fact, now in the top, now the heartbeat of lawmaking. You know, when you talk about lawmaking, it involved the legislative process proper, and at the name that the committee get. It's a committee of 16 people, of course, including me, the chairman. We also get young clerks them, and of course, I work closely with the Legislative Services Department and also the Office of the Law Clerk, because sometimes you'll be working on so many bills at the same time, so you need to get a support department to be able to push your work go through. So in most times when we can get bills in a parliament, because of course the legislative process, the first reading and introduction, then of course you go to the second reading where debate can take place. So sometimes we can go straight to the committee of the whole house and third reading, but you get some bills in the way they come where can complex to some point, can technical, can get some details the way parliament need for scrutinize properly. So based on that, provision day in the of course constitution and standing orders say certain bills the way complex by nature can be committed to the legislative committee for thorough scrutiny. So the legislative committee will get the mandate for scrutinize bills them clause by clause, line by line, and of course listen to different parties that were involved in making of the law, and also make sure say consultative engagement that they don't take place, try for clarify why certain things they the way then they inside the bill. So based on all of that work you don't do, that rigorous scrutiny process, we can put a report together, and this report, as the committee chairman, I can present at the plenary. So when I can present at the plenary, it's the responsibility of the plenary for adopt the entire report or parts of the report, because we still get for go to the next stage of the legislative process, where of course now the committee of the whole house, where that's ending now they look at the bill in line with the report. Some things then they were already done covered from the report. Members then satisfied will not touch them again. But other things then they will EBCs until not touch, then of course they will raise them back again in the committee of the whole house. But even there are certain things then the way the committee don't bring calm, members then can still raise, so no, we'll not agree with them. You understand? We can debate them further. They can ask me for clarify why we put and so in the report. And most times I'll have to stand up and then try for clarify the position of the committee. Sometimes I'm able to convince them, sometimes I'm not. Then we can come together and find a common ground for make sure say we're able to push and go before.
Yes, continue.
Yes. So that's what they do for most of the bills them. Because like I said, they can be complex by nature. Sometimes we need for even engage the ministry, department, or agency where you bring account. Sometimes you get a bill where they come, for some reason, it might get some mandate will look overlap. The agency will bring and come sometimes. Another agency they will get similar function where they feel say maybe the mandate of the particular bill of the agent overlap. So sometimes we can bring the institutions and together for make we even try for clarify. I'll give an example like how they do the national, the petroleum regulatory authority now.
Yes.
So you get the petroleum directorate where they deal with upstream, then the agency of course when authority now they deal with downstream. So at some point you'll be need for tidy some details them. It also happen like Teo they deal with the Environment Protection Act at some point, National Protected Area Authority, then self get for calm. You know, those kind of things we EBC then you do similar things. Sometimes disaster management will come, Ministry of Mine, because most of them key involved in some collaborative efforts. So when they can go for make sure say one institution only do the other one work, but if they get for to do the same thing, may they meet each other halfway. So we can try forget all the sessions that they in the process where they scrutinize the bill close by close, line by line.
So what's not the difference between the pre-legislative meeting and what then commits the bill to the committee stage?
Okay, well, like I don't talk as I say pre-legislative meeting. You know, the legislative process more or less they can start by the introduction and first reading. Now, the pre-legislative meeting, and they, not even at the well, they take place. They take place now, committee room 1, wherein all members of parliament are invited, and even sometimes members of the public are invited. Now, the first encounter that an opportunity for the institution where they bring the bill come, for come help MPs then broaden the understanding on the bill where they come before they come, you do a presentation, because then now you get opportunity for go in depth. Maybe the technical people from the institution work out the bill, go get the opportunity for explain in detail, because we go inside the well now the minister where they can pilot the bill, now in get right for talk. So now under the technical people there, and they get the opportunity for explain to MP them the components of the bill, why certain things look so, why certain provision MPs themselves they ask question. If you don't do that, they don't get that exercise there. When the bill come na the well proper, you don't already make a job easy. So some doubts they will before come up, you don't already clear them from the pre-legislative. So sometimes very, very important that look at that pre-legislative hearing for lay you don't clear certain doubts them. So where a bill come na the well, they get a smooth ride. And sometimes another we'll get some other pre-legislative engagement in way, maybe where you do consultation with different groups. The institution can invite members of parliament from a certain committee, select committee. Let's say if NATCA they come up with a bill, yeah, then can invite members of the communication committee and maybe legislative committee for when they go witness that engagement day. So make themselves they understand how the bill they go. So the all the bill they come parliament, it will be much more easier. So that's not just part of the pre-legislative. Of course, when they commit now, so we then after we don't go through the first reading and introduction, second reading after they don't debate, some issues they don't come up, they don't ask the minister question, instead of they respond, then they commit for further scrutiny to the legislative committee, which is now slightly different from what you do. So the major difference here during the pre-legislative and a broad overview that they provide, but in the prop committee sittings proper, clause by clause, line by line scrutiny.
Okay. What's one of the toughest bill we do ever work on?
There are so many bills that were tough.
Yeah, the toughest. We must get one bill with tough.
The toughest would be maybe the Public Elections Act of 2022, because a whole lot of politics was involved. You understand? So it was a very tense moment, but at the end of the day, we'll be able to meet each other halfway. You understand? Of course, there are other tough bills, but that was the pretty much toughest.
So when a situation in the can come, how you dey balance your party loyalty and national interest?
Well, let me tell you, in fact, the beauty about legislative committee, the committee way, you don't experience colors, you don't experience party with them, because lawmaking, you do them in the interest of the people. You do them today from an inside out perspective that you did inside parliament, but you do also think of the outside in when you're not in parliament. So we don't build that kind of trust amongst yourself in the sense that would they really speak to the issues? We'll not ever vote on like we will get different opinions. We can argue about things bitterly within in the committee, but will not ever try for vote on anything there. Now there you begin go party lines. If anything too tough for we they would they send them to the plenary. Okay. They will all come, go. So at the end of the day, you see, we stick together even as a committee. Whenever I bring something come up, a report, not the well, the rest of the members of the committee, they always support because it tells you that a unanimous decision will take. So it's like APC, SLPP will unite under the common vision for the development of Sierra Leone. So we are making laws for the people of Sierra Leone. That's the focus. It's not an SLPP law.
So we have been we have been working in IGR as the parliamentary officer. We have been go parliament. That's now down our first term.
You mean the fifth parliament?
Yes, the fifth parliament of the Second Republic. We had to see you they put forward, the stuff from the various bills then. I thought you were a lawyer. You'll be the handle the bill so well. And of course, coming again for the sixth parliament, you retain that position there. Within really, they inside this honorable, we make this honorable, they project things them, and at the end of the day, then become successful.
Well, first of all, I would say thanks to the supporting team I get, and also I always look for dedicated members then, because you get for be very committed. You get for be very committed for making it a legislative committee because it involves a whole lot of reading and sometimes working there in a parliament till 8, 9, 10 o'clock. Looking at documents. Sometimes it gets boring. But again, it gives you a good feeling that you're doing something where they directly affect the people of Sierra Leone. And say any single mistake, get you a negative impact. So again, it's something you have to be passionate about. And the legislative committee, they deal with issues them from different aspects of life. People like you always look at, you have to be a lawyer. But if you're doing a bill on the environment, what's knowledge do you need? If you do a bill on social work, yes, the legal background now of added advantage. But if you're not a person where they pay attention to detail, you're not a person where discipline in organizing your work, you're not a person where able to communicate, you're not a person where able present you because communication day, so you're able to communicate maybe writtenly, but also able to present an argument for a better understanding. You convincing. I think you're able to play that particular role. Like I say, the legal background is an added advantage. But if you're versatile in other areas of life, then you can do that. And me get a background in communication, media and broadcasting. So you'll find out, say, I don't train myself for communicate with different types of audience. I don't train myself for go in depth into so many other areas. So that experience, I bring come to the committee.
Okay. So let we talk about una work inside and outside, because I don't know if una mandates extend to working with the law officers, because when they call the bill in parliament, which role on the play for make sure say it well drafted before they encounter. And again, a role for playing that.
No, well, the law officers. Yes, the law officers don't play their own part because now then they work with the ministry, department, or agency closely. Now then they work on the drafting instructions. Then you understand on what you want. But whenever I come, parliament now get the final. Law officers don't put on so the institution don't put on so. But when parliament safe come, now we get office of the law clerk, we safe get legal people them around. You understand? We sometimes go advise you in certain areas there. But again, now a very close relationship we get.
Okay.
Because sometimes we can compare notes on what their intention was in doing certain things. So based on that understanding, we can able to determine exactly the direction where a particular bill they go.
There is an issue right now. I've been read the newsletter of the public sector coordinating office. Then pull a report, all the institution them under the justice sector, then challenges, the mandates and all that. And so I look at the administrator and registrar generals their own side. As he said, then they get loggerheads with land commission, order for register. I will send them to you, order for register land. So the registrar general in office, they say the land commission want for usurp them power and all them things. And so what you can do at that committee for make sure we not get duplication of laws.
Well, you know, so earlier on, I tell you, say, sometimes we can bring institutions in together for clarification, for avoid any mandate overlap. That was the phrase that I used. I don't feel
it always happen.
I don't feel say then get problem. The only thing, if a certain responsibility maybe don't transfer to another institution, then get for find a way for discussion properly.
How na go do for then you mandate now and not try for amend them?
No, well, the thing is, if them bring and come to we, you understand, Parliament always find a way for make sure say we mediate on the issues, then they and try for make sure say we provide clarity. Also, clarity need for be provided.
All right, so you can do at the well. Of course, you go line by line. Yes, how the situation it can be for you, because most of the time you spend the whole of the day they go over the bills line by line. MPs then go interject, the opposition, the other aisle go interject and all. How the situation in the can for you?
Well,
because like you see, most of the time, you know, you they really they delve straight to the last page.
Yes, well, now make I tell you, say, follow you able to do this job, you get for pay attention to detail. When I say detail, every tiny detail, because you don't know outside question they come out. So you really get for focus on what you do. And of course, when the committee self consider, our scrutiny process can be very thorough. And we can also make we own notes them. So I always can count on my notes, and you will see sometimes I hang it with the clerks them, maybe something they will skip my attention, where then go bring and come forward to me. So trust me, it's not an easy exercise, because at some point you get to prepare yourself for respond to so many questions, and some can be easy for you and some can be very, very tough, because you don't know which angle a colleague will come up from. But again, the more you do and realize, say, okay, I'm doing this for the people of Sierra Leone, now this then send me for, it gives you a good feeling.
Okay, now we get this bill or law now, and I don't know if the president will sign up the Safe Motherhood Act. That act being canvassed, say under harnessed by Coma. I don't forget the name we've been with. You know, abortion or so. Now on a safe motherhood, it come back in parliament. But now, right groups and they say, or religious groups and they say, president for sign up because they legalize abortion. How una been go through for make sure so una get them passed? Una been get that situation, say religious people and come tuna and say that bill that una not for pass them.
Well, that's the beauty of parliament, because as members of parliament, would they represent all shades of society.
Okay.
The good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay. And every law get right for camp parliament. Every proposal get right for camp parliament, let parliament determine otherwise. And I want to make you know, say, there is no perfect law, and there is no bad law. Okay. It depends which angle or which position you team up, now go determine whether a law bad for you or a law good for you. I hope you don't understand that.
I get you.
So, you see, that bill they've been complex because of, first of all, the name will be don't call it, so people still maintain that name, they still call them the abortion bill. But it come, you understand, as the safe motherhood way, of course, and with reproductive health issues, packaged in full. Anyhow you look at, it's a total upgrade from what they look at in the fourth parliament. But however, you still get people who find some issues them contentious, which of course is normal, because na bill way involve science, we know the medical aspect, involve religious aspect, even involve cultural aspect. So all them things you get, all them players here, all man one gets in say. So, and Parliament get for listen to everybody. But at the end of the day, we'll get a responsibility for make a decision where they please the common good. So, we've been there in the consultative process. The Ministry of Health, we don't engage on a nationwide consultative exercise. And when they come Parliament back again, the issues then they come up, and Mr. Speaker instruct me for also lead the consultative process, because sometimes when they carry a bill, and as much as they don't do consultation, we can, when they commit to the legislative committee, we can give some 2 weeks room for the people and bring in position papers. So we receive position papers, and of course we decide for schedule other meetings then for bringing religious leaders, some few health practitioners. We'll listen to them, you know, and also try to look at other jurisdiction them their own experience. So, but again, let me don't over amplify the situation. In fact, the scene of even come Parliament, if you know, no, it get for come day, and we've been there in the process of listening to everybody, and at the same time, you know, go ever please everybody. So, the consultative engagement can be ongoing. I involve so many town hall meetings, because the Ministry of Information, Ministry of Health, and those who will engage the religious leaders, them who get a discussion where there are so many changes made. They be even call we now State House to go provide an update on the situation of the bill to the President. You understand? So, and President will encourage Parliament for take a bold step and look at the issues in depth and move on. So it may still there in the process of the second reading and be open to further consultation. And of course, from the discussions in the State House and other stakeholder meetings them, it was agreed that we need to open up the discussion for a broader public.
Okay. So how difficult it been for you? Because you mentioned, of course, different walks of life, but the religious aspect more, and them not being one for letter bill they go through. How difficult it been for a Parliament, especially you the chairman?
Well, it was very difficult. There were times when people, even because I would be even listening to all their voices, then there were times when people even question my religion.
Yes, I just want to ask you that.
Yes, you know. But I try not to get too emotional in all of this. Just, you know, the sooner you become emotional in the whole process, then you don't lose sight of exactly what will happen. Okay. So I tell God thank you, because he helped me for stay calm and try for ignore some of the negative attacks and focus on the job we do for the people then. So it was tough, but then we try very hard for manager.
Okay, so on a past that bill day?
Well, not yet. It's still there in the second reading.
Okay, still in a Parliament?
Yes, of course.
Okay,
okay.
I missed out for the Child Rights Act.
And engagements and they go on. Yeah.
So that bill they don't stuck back. It go ever pass? Being that the religious people they really stand say not for pass, and you say when they listen to everybody.
Yes, but again, like I say they listen to everybody. You know what I mean? Say get for able to please everybody. We'll get for continuing the process.
So it's not stuck the bill?
I say in all the different stakeholder meetings them, let me say follow broaden the space.
Okay.
There was a time I also attended not too long ago, maybe a month or two ago, some CSO engagement where I begin for go get an update on that. So those are some of these instances that we are in with the discussed. But again, what it means really strike me under CSO engagement are the voices of some of the victims. You know, trust me, I not recall in any engagement that we don't hear you from most of them. That was the very first time I come face to face with most of the victims, and then get a different perspective. And I even see attacks from some people who were victims, almost attacking some religious people. So it was interesting, but then I think we need that kind of debate then, who they hear from everybody. So like I say, at the end of the day, they make a decision for place the common good.
So una resume, for continue for work on them and try for make it become law.
The business committee in Parliament, go determine in Kawana the order paper, and then of course, if that be the case, we'll work on it as will be done.
Honorable, another contentious law, now the Child Rights Act, gonna pass this year.
Okay.
Now we see people, especially rights groups, and they criticize them. What's in the situation where the press release come from Parliament in relation to the FGM? We Parliament say they're not criminalized and they find nobody. How then they again been talek before we even reach for passam? Or they get it then kind criticism their own after we don't pass them?
You know, you were shocked if I tell you say it wasn't too difficult as people they.
Okay.
You know, you speak to the issues. We been get all the facts then before we, all the sessions them point out to thorough scrutiny. Okay. Yeah. And I present a report where maybe it was more than 30 pages reports on some of the changes they will make. First of all, it's a very, very good law. We talk about so many things, but people just hold on to one thing. FGM. FGM, not just one small part, but people make FGM the elephant in the room.
But then say they violate girls' rights, and of course, girls they don't die from cutting, so then they raise that concern. So even if now want something, you know, if you say then gets the rights for reason.
Then you also know feel say there are so many people back again. We feel say, you understand, that's not to, they don't feel violated, you understand, that's not part of their own culture, and that make them be who that they be so today. So remember, I tell you say, there is no perfect law, there is no bad law. It depends on the angle where you tip out. Now maybe if you talk to somebody in a Western area, it will tell you say, but if you talk to somebody na Bamoy Luma, your opinion different. We encounter that. So talk to so many people. So the opinion then vary. Members then go, they talk to some of them constituents then. Some MPs be then even be afraid for go now their own constituencies then for even talk about that. Wow. This I'll tell you for free. Some send me videos. Because I will tell you, me they represent West Urban District. Yes. Some of you under pressure and say, now we're not free to you, didn't make it a push on this. So I know exactly the kind of pressure some of them are under. So it wasn't really easy at some point. But like I say, we'll get different sets of people that represent the opinion of the day in Parliament. Now before fine-tune some of the clauses and those clauses that we are not comfortable and we'll get rid of them.
That's why I left the FGM clause.
I make I say it was the opinion of the day in Parliament.
Okay. All right. So, Honorable, that particular law did it to the president, and rights groups then say then they go be the president and no sign up. I don't say you mandate stop yanda as they don't pass, you mandate stop. But you know, believe that law again for come back in Parliament like how the safe model law come in Parliament.
Well,
because you mentioned, see, of course, very good things in the inside it, but one thing can likely bring them back to Parliament.
Well, I don't see say one thing can likely bring them back to Parliament. I see there are some people will get issues with that.
Yeah.
And like with every law, not all man will be 100% satisfied. But it is what it is, and we just hope say let will continue for the get the frank discussion here. Let will be able to talk to people and why some things appear the way they appear.
Okay, continue for do with me at the studio in our Honorable Abdul Mai Conte. Well, now the chairman for the Legislative Committee in our Parliament, and we talk about them work and some of the challenges them within the face for make them bill and they become law. Don't forget to listen to the well where they come to you on Two Talk Radio 98.5 FM. You also get to in our Facebook and YouTube on Two Talk FM. Me and Ishmael said we can go for this short break. We can continue for engage.
Welcome to True Talk Radio, your home for facts, fairness, and fearless conversations about saloon economy.
We're not just any radio. We're an economic governance radio station where they break down big decisions, policies, and budget in a way where go make sense to you.
For our flagship Sunday show We Economy, we bring you the real bread and butter issues where they around prices, jobs, taxes, and how policies they affect unu pockets. We also get more programs where they come every week. So join me now on 98.5 FM and online at True Talk FM. This now your platform, your economy and your voice on True Talk Radio. Get the facts, get True Talk. Welcome to True Talk Radio, your home for facts, fairness, and fearless conversations about saloon economy.
We're not just any radio. We're an economic governance radio station where they break down big decisions, policies, and budget in a way where go make sense to you.
For our flagship Sunday show We Economy, we bring you the real bread and butter issues where they around prices, jobs, taxes, and how policies they affect unu pockets. We also get more programs where they come every week. So join me now on 98.5 FM and online at True Talk FM. This now your platform, your economy and your voice on True Talk Radio. Get the facts, get True Talk.
Welcome back to the well where they come to you on True Talk Radio 98.5 FM. You get to in a TikTok as well. You know, I mean, camera operator just tell me, say, we did now on TikTok. So you get to all over the world. And a good for there, of course, we did on social media because the world now they trend on social media. So I get Honorable Abdul Mari Conte with me. We're the Chairman Legislative Committee, House of Parliament, and Salon, and we don't talk about the work. Now, Honorable, a very important for the people that know the composition of our committee. How many members do you get?
I will get 16 members, including
wow,
the
yes,
chair.
large. Because I get plenty for them.
Yes.
Yeah, so now you are the chairman, not the deputy.
Of course, Honorable Jibrila Somoijoy from Bond. Of course, we'll also get a paramount chief in the committee. Then, of course, the rest now are the members of parliament.
The gender balanced or the man in them boku? Because you get 28 to 30% to man in a parliament.
Yes, but I'm not going to talk about having 30% of it, but it gets.
No, I don't say 30%, but soon I get female MPs.
Of course, yes, with the female MPs then.
Okay, now, so let me talk about the public. This one, talk about the privilege, the public day. So when they do the committee stage, not just when they get a lot of, apart from the institution, when they open up for let the public come make their input.
Well, during the privilege, of course, you understand, they invited, but when it don't reach that level, now. Okay. Yes, but there's an area where the public always involved where maybe either they don't know or they not do much. Before a bill they come to parliament, then they gazette them twice. Okay. Gazette them first, After that, 9 days in between, then gazette them for the second time. Why then they do this? For let the public get an opportunity for know within the government they bring come up and how then self maybe via parliament now. You understand? Go try for make their own input. So, even though not to all man they make use of that, but when he can come back, whether he don't commit them to the committee, like I said earlier on, we can give some 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You understand? For the position letters then come in sometimes. Like I remember for issues, they even do the Criminal Procedure Act. I remember we'll get position papers from advocate, we'll get position papers from Legal Link. You understand? And some few other organizations.
How not they receive them before you continue? How not they receive them thing, and then how not they able to get the time for
we can send out a public notice with a direct say for so bill. Wanna send in opposition paper way through the office of the clerk, and some can go back again. Some can even be addressed to me as the chairman, and so we can look at them. And members can get copies, you know, so we can make copies.
I can get time for look at all the position papers when they come inside. When I can get time for go through and forward.
Trust me, and sometimes we're not even get plenty. I'll tell you this one now. Okay. We'll not ever get plenty, we'll not able look at all. Then I will tell you. If you even ask me now, let me tell you the shocking thing we will get. Safe motherhood.
Yes.
Most of the position papers they all get, you understand, they supported it.
So the religious aspect, no more.
So there we understand, apart from yes, the religious aspect. So then you get a part of the populace who can't write a position paper, but they have their representatives, so they speak through their representatives. I hope you understand what they talk about.
Come again.
So sometimes you receive position papers from elite groups.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get the one that we know able to write, some able to read.
And
they talk about.
Yes, and their own opinion differ.
Yes.
With the child rights, you get some position papers.
So now can get consultation. On the mandate not usually for get consultation outside parliament.
We are, I talk about that, and based on that, we even do more consultation. The speaker instructed to do more consultation on safe motherhood. In fact, this nature will be even do back again, way back to the 5th Parliament for cyber. In fact, that's in the committee said you do one openly in Kimbima will do one by then. Well, former Kimbima. I don't know how they call the place now again, they escape me. But now they will do one openly. That's in the Bar Association presents their own position paper. Different groups will present their own position paper. So now they will be there. Look, where's something Sludge and others were all there. Even recently we get the counter-terrorism, you understand? People send their position papers there again.
And they
we deal with them.
The journalists are not happy with and the public that counter-terrorism.
They can never be 100%. You see, this I don't know why sometimes people over push. I tell you again, and I'll continue to say it. There can never be a perfect law.
But then they need to stop. You need to hinder free speech. Because they pluck out certain things and they then say certain things and the way you go talk, we even not so bad thing, it will affect you.
No, I want to make one look out for that provision. They will go say certain things we go talk, we not a bad thing. So who that go make law say we go talk good thing there for all you? Let we look at them provision here proper.
Maybe if you criticize the government.
And no, trust me, every day when they follow the media, when they see so many criticism of government every day.
Okay.
How many people then go all? So sometimes what people they say, look, that's the ideal situation we talk about, but also look at the actual.
Okay.
Or now one level self go they bring out government criticism and make una see, make una. So this is the situation. We they see every day. But trust me, when something good, nobody says it, nobody brings it out. They always talk. Now let me tell you, even the cyber law, yeah. It's not good for journalists, not good for journalists. Let them bring the provision. They don't ever write to parliamentary law, come back again. Lord, look at this particular one from the told this law, they don't pass this law. When they make law, they implement it for the first time after 1, 2, 3 years. Yeah. we need for come back again. Now the sludge as an institution can even write say, oh, this is not problem, you know. Not to go grumble na corner like most most groups do.
Okay.
Then they grumble na corner, go grumble on social media. Una meet the institutions the way involved, una present a position paper again, make them revisit certain areas there. But una no go na corner, go grumble. So it's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Maybe they don't know the process of a group about the
Then-
procedure.
No. Can I be honest with you? But they may know how to send position papers to the one who they make the law.
Yeah, because una put notice.
They can't
it's as
be
if
no,
una
they,
need for the
no,
do
they
like
can't
more,
be no, they can't
more
be
public
no,
engagement.
No, I disagree. You can't be in the business of advocacy. Then you not even know who that for contact will get issue.
Okay.
Then what you do there?
Okay.
IGRO now want information and get it. Una no side for go.
Yes.
Thank
of
you.
course.
So that's the point.
Okay.
Then maybe you understand some of them not fit for purpose because if you don't know side for go and get the right information for what you need for do, then you have a problem.
So how una dey involve civil society then? Like that extensive involvement in una process then?
Well, first of all, now civil society also get for show interest because you get so many civil societies, organizations, and some man to interest them in the put more span. So now it make when a particular legislation come, we don't open up that space. You understand? So you they of interest, you're interested in that particular legislation. Day, you can come up and Parliament can work with you. But again, I talked something earlier on just not saying. Then they gazette them bills here. So you into the advocacy business. You the monitor governance issues. Go they check government bookshop at least you understand once or twice a month.
Okay.
You go know what's in the go on. So that for me part of your routine. Say these are the just like us sometimes when I say if they do media monitoring. So do them monitoring and they see the legislations where they come up and then you see how you go engage the underway concern.
Okay.
Like for example, we get a very good relationship with Carl. Carl can come up and advocate another one. We don't work with them on decriminalizing petty crime. So I think we don't make the lawmaking process more participatory, especially under me on watch. Most people they will tell you, even I don't know their numbers, I respond to them. I give them time, bring them come in. So this is not part of all the ways that for make the lawmaking process meet the needs of the people who send with it.
Okay. Now when they resume October,
Yes.
which are the plates of the legislative committee? Una beaucoup thing right now for do. Sure.
Yes, of course, we get certain legislations that will begin, where of course you will carry forward. We get to like merchant shipping, we're not from maritime. Then we also get state-owned enterprises. Well, maybe don't they work on that. You don't like we say if you don't tell they don't they work on that, but now you not been to take to a parliament. So just like safe model, they'll be working on it for ages. Counter-terrorism, they've been working on ages, but then it's based on the Tailway Camp Parliament. But I will give you, you understand, some small statistics of waiting, you understand, especially the legislative committees and on the part of. When you look at even the first session, we passed about 8 legislation them, and out of the 8.
2023, 2024.
Yes.
Session, yes.
Yes. Then of course, when it comes to the second session, when 2024, 2025, we pass up to 19 legislation.
So the first session, because APC not been going to Parliament quick, that make una not this because you actually see the difference of 10 or so.
Of course.
Second session una pass more laws than the first session.
Yes.
I mean, I feel saying that one of the factors then we make una not able to pass more laws than that first session.
Yes, because we been get for take good time in exercising patience for letting come in. Of course, the lawmaking process will be very inclusive. So that will be one of the reasons then.
Okay.
be hinder we a little bit, but we also do so much. And then, like I say, we pass so many other regulations and the statutory instruments, then of course them in plenty, but we're not doing too bad as far as the passing of legislations is concerned.
So una kinde in a hurry for pass laws?
Yes.
Like the institution them kinde at una like I want let this law pass as quickly as possible. The pressure can dey.
Yes, sometimes we do have that pressure, yeah.
So how una able for deal with that day?
Well, of course.
Make sure say una take una own time, be
yes,
meticulous.
the pressure not they make una do what you're supposed to do.
Okay.
So they thinking can the discussion not can be too friendly, but we supposed to do what we're supposed to do, and we can always try to tell them say lawmaking not to just that kind of speedy process. So it make when you don't from the pre-leg now they would know whether this law a very complex one going to be committed, or if it's not, then we can do a committee of the whole house. It's not too bulky. They will all sit on the street. They will not even commit out. They take a clause by clause, line by line.
Now I'll get una party to all the ministers because we then look una for make sure so now go through especially we go committee stage. So with now our relationship with the MDs then?
Well, we get a professional working relationship.
Okay.
Yes. And sometimes it can be icy because not to what they bring they come up parliament. But we can always tell people, they say, they make law for yourself. They make law for the people, so and we they represent the people. So we can get them to solve them. But again, that's the way it is. Now the people can come first, and because if any law we come up with, would they think say if that law not suitable for all people there, now we don't then they go knock. So now first of all they don't put the argument say, oh why not do this, why not do this, why not do this. You understand? I remember how we do that petroleum regulatory agency with that authority. Issue been come up on Jebu field. So they talk about it, or almost fuel post is supposed for store. When we get that kind of say, that man way it be say motor car not the go no more on that particular village there. Now few when they go. So at some point you obviously get for store fuel now.
And you mean the depot?
Well, the one they talk about the depots that for other than at all.
Okay.
But they talk about
okay,
the one the way they sell. Yes.
The region,
imagine someone way being Kurubola yanda.
Yeah. So how do we deal with that?
No, well, so these are the kind of things where they make exceptions, you understand? Okay. Because based on the terrain, the situation. So these are the kind of things where, yes, the institution can say, oh, now they can't find you, go get in. No, but we say that man way they under, you not even get that kind of study now. So how you will get that kind of finding? So can get that kind of arguments then.
Okay.
But that's the way it is.
Yes. So the regulations them, how I can deal with the act them, because a different law there. How I can deal with the regulations and the other law there?
Well, now, of course, there is always a provision towards the end of any act where the talk say the minister may by statutory instrument, you understand, make regulations for give effect to this act. So after some time, you can count regulations, you can come, you lay after 21 days, then turn law. But with the 6th Parliament, the Speaker, Diman Fit, say, we'll get regulations now, we'll forget some pre-laying submission.
Okay.
So what in that mean? Before you just can't lay a regulation like that, they bring a come, the committee would look at them.
Because he did it after 21 days. Bam.
Thank you. So we they look at them and determine whether this.
So this 6th Parliament, are they this thing they start?
Yes.
Okay.
They don't even start whether if we even lay them in that condition or not.
Okay.
Because the sooner you don't go lay them for lay over, sooner you go for like 2/3 or whatever.
Exactly.
What about you will get them? So based on that, unless something no can do with this regulation, we'll go forget some kind negative impact on the people there. So this laying submission we do before we can lay them, we submit them, committee will look at them again, scrutinize them, and see if there are issues in certain areas. Would they pick them up? Then we move on before they can. And lay not so they can lay now. That's in it's good to go.
Okay.
So this now all for just make sure say we sanitize the lawmaking process.
So how una can get to expertise, like, because you mentioned environment, they deal with different sectors them where una they go over and so how una can like the committee, una get all sorts of expertise in the committee.
That's not one, but they stop we from bringing, you understand, for do further research, because we get legislative services department. Where first of all, if you even count some provisions, they will not say that they conflict with other laws they waiting for even go look at them. But even the institutions say they count their own technical person, and also if we need a second opinion, not the stop way for me to bring person where it be say qualify in that particular area. But the good thing is about Parliament, you almost get almost every specialist, every area, you must get a specialist in Parliament.
Okay.
And with the committee, yes, the legislative committee hearing, but every member of Parliament free for be part of the hearing.
Okay. You don't already mention, because Abuan cannot to our successes, you don't mention the lost them so far about 19 and 9, about 27 or so, 28 when I don't pass inside the 6th Parliament. You also don't mention say when I don't be more open and other success than the, apart from them two, then the any other success the way you want for top boards we when I don't make so far as a committee.
Well, I think the role they play, I think would they help fast track the lawmaking process.
Okay.
Because follow you get a number of legislation and because of how the committee they work, and I think the committee can also bring Parliament, like I talk, open closer to the people, and then well, engagement like this also they provide an opportunity for the people to understand the lawmaking. I can see this also as a success of the committee, because we did take the time for explain to people the lawmaking process and how we improve on some of the things they would do. And this pre-lane
Of the
regulation is also another success, because then they don't become added to the committee responsibility. And of course they try for do different handbooks than now, you understand, for law we able, because we don't get them different training of trainers session in there. We will go able to get the handbooks that will help ordinary members of Parliament for understand how to analyze a bill, how to analyze agreements, and some other things there.
Okay. So they wrap up now. Una they do oversight like other
yes, we do, but most
una
of
they
the
do
time.
oversight. I feel say una just
On a part of responsibility.
I know. I feel say una don't get like that much.
No,
oversight.
we get them like every member of Parliament, lawmaking, representation, and oversight. We'll get institutions to supervise.
Okay.
So once in a while we'll go there, but it don't take small we'll go.
Okay. So challenges then there?
Yes, of course, challenges then there, because laws then can be complex, and sometimes the time frame for making get a legislation passed and how you were able to do them. Take for example, we'll get a legislation right now, there are about 300 and something pages, 500 and something clauses. One of the things they will get for begin.
How's kind of law pass through?
Fine. Now the merchant shipping.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay.
Yes. So they get for take the committee a whole lot of time for make do. So I think managing time within the lawmaking space is a key challenge.
Okay.
But I think we'll get there. We don't get used to it. Not just how for manage the pressure of time.
So one left any message to Famble?
Well, I just want to encourage Famble and continue for patience within Parliament, because there is no perfect law, then there is no bad law. But to try as best as possible for make laws them we go serve the common good. And I strongly believe say if we make them laws then for their benefit, if we not get problem, with the laws they make. And always feel free for come back to we and voice out on our opinion, and then we will take that into consideration in making the laws they make.
Honorable, thank you so much for joining the program this evening.
Okay, thank you for.
We appreciate you coming. All right, well, that's now Honorable Abdulmai Conte, we na the Chairman Legislative Committee House of Parliament of Sierra Leone, and of course, you don't talk extensively on the mandate and of course the challenges and successes. Well, we hope for the get time to time for the give you updates on waiting and committee they do. Plenty thank you to we producer Kalma and also Frida we help to produce the program, and we been also get Sammy we dey behind the machine and Paul will be behind the camera. Plenty thank you to now all we listen and watch the program on True Talk FM. Mina Ishmael Saidukano. So till next week Friday. Tata.